Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back to another Legion premiere today. I have the GTKii GTK38 Japanese style Tanto, almost like a mini sword. Very nice blade. Pretty interesting to say the least. But before we get started, what is everybody carrying? I've got a 704 gear Fang that I purchased myself. It was on sale for 20 bucks on Amazon. Go check it out. And you got to look out for sales. You might not like this Tanto, but you know, they're always putting up sales for $20 knives. So if you like 704 gear, check them out. I have tested out a couple of their knives. They seem to be pretty good. Well, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about GTKii. Let me all know what you guys are carrying. And veterans and active military, just want to quickly say thank you very much for your service. We really do appreciate you. Enjoy this video. Let's go over quick specs of this knife, okay? Once again, this is from GTKii. It's GTK38. Overall length is 6.9 inch with a blade length of 10.1 inch. Blade material, DC53 Steel. Blade hardness, 59 to 61 HRC. Blade thickness, 4.5 millimeters. This is a little bit thinner than some of their other Tantos that they have. Blade width, 1.3 inch. Handle length, 6.8 inch. Handle thickness is 0.59 inch. Handle material, G10. Weight, 14.1 ounce. Sheath weight, 3.7 ounce. Total weight is 17.8 ounce, and it does feature a full Tang lanyard hole. It does come with that lanyard right there that you see. And a leather sheath with that leather belt loop, which is attached onto it. Still wanted to make sure it was part of the feature notes. All right, cool. Let's take a look at this blade. Now, I had to, you know, figure out how to get this knife and, you know, me to show everybody everything. So I'm going to try and do my best here. Let's take a look of this Japanese style Tanto for those who appreciate something like this. Completely flat ground, all right? There's the little sharpening choil. It's not really gonna act as a finger choil. It's just too small for that. You might have to put your finger right over that guard and maybe wear a glove just in case. It is pretty sharp out of the box, but as you can see, it's full flat grind. So it should be a good slicer. So if you're into cutting tatami mats or something like that, cardboard, plastic filled with water, might be cool to be chopping that stuff around. I'm just going to do my usual testing. All right, see how the edge holds up, see how the steel holds up. So there will be some chopping, batoning, etc. But me personally, I would have rather have had this completely filled with no, jimping or designs over here. I think this will scrape wood. I'm gonna find out when the time comes, all right? I know a lot of you are not gonna like this design over here. What can you do? Unfortunately, they do not make a blade that's completely satin, which is a shame. I think people would have liked that much better than this type of camouflage look to this, or hamon look to this. In any case, if you're going to be using this as a tool or for some fun, who cares? At least that's my opinion. Blade is pretty sharp. You could see that edge. Let me see if I can get you that edge. It's pretty thick, especially at the tip over here. It's not thin, so it's thick. Even though it looks thick, there is some nice tip to this. And you can see it is full Tang goodness. All right. G10 scales here. Let's take a look at that guard. It's a very nice looking guard. It's not bulky. And I don't know if it's going to come loose or not when the time comes. So we're gonna see. Fit and finish on this, I say, is a good 90, I don't know, 5% maybe. I think there's some room for improvement. Like over here, you can see a little discoloration. They they didn't get this 100% right. I'm not sure why that is. Again, it's for me, it's not a big deal. I like to use my knives as tools. Would I use this outdoors? I don't know, man. Maybe, you know, for garden work, like we have like weeds here that grow like growing, you know, like at the beaches, you know, those type of weeds. They're very long and they're in the way. So this would be perfect to, you know, chop those weeds. Sorry about the noise, troops. They're working over here. That's some kind of a bucket truck that just came by. In any case, the handle texturing is really nice. If you've got some big hands, man, you know, you won't be disappointed, that's for sure. So it's almost, I think, what I say, over 6 inches. It's a massive handle. Hand and a half type deal. But yeah, I mean, protruding tang, full tang goodness, removable scales. Lanyard hole does come with a lanyard, and you can see it comes with that leather sheath. Already people are saying, I wish it would have come with a kydex sheath. Oh man, it's funny how many people, you know, the variety of people out there that, you know, they want something and wish they had it in a different way. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, you could see. I mean, it definitely gets a good grip. Very light, you know, very maneuverable. So if you're a knife fighter or doing some knife training, maybe this might be good for practicing or training. I mean, it's a pretty big knife to be carrying for personal defense, but in some states, it's definitely possible, you know. But I am grateful to the GTKii rep for sending me this. Yeah, pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice, you know, if this is something that you're into, if you like Japanese or type Tantos, this might fit the bill, you know. Like I said, I think I mentioned, or maybe I didn't, there's 20% off of this right now, so redeemable code if you're interested. So go check that out. Let me first of all put this back where everybody could see this. Make sure. All right, let's take a look at the sheath. It's a pretty nice sheath. It's well done. It's single stitched. It's got some nice pattern and designing to it. The welt is very thick. You know, the leather belt loop here is pretty thick. It doesn't feel flimsy. The handle strap is pretty thick. It doesn't feel flimsy. It seems to be okay. It seems to be pretty interesting. Very nice. I mean, under 50 bucks, I think this knife is, and the sheath. So maybe they wanted to give it more traditional type feel to it, so that's why they added the leather rather than kydex. But there is the whole package right there, as you can see. Now you have to snap it in. It doesn't fit tight in the leather sheath. It will come out. It will come out. But I'm assuming that this is for a quick type draw, maybe? I don't know. I'm not a knife fighter, so I'd rather shoot you than worry about trying to do something with a knife. But yeah, man, a very nice looking knife. Now, it does come with a box. It's a pretty long box, just a green box. I'm not gonna bother showing that to you. All right, and it does come sharp. All right. Now let me see if I can. This is very long here, so let me just show you. So this does come pretty sharp, and I'm using this kiln dried wood, which I bought another batch of it, so I got a whole bunch. But there you go, man. So very sharp out of the box. This I don't think will have any trouble cutting, you know, some plastic, if you guys want to have some fun with some plastic and do some chopping. You know, maybe you can't afford a samurai type sword, so this might be the next best thing. I don't know. You know, I just, using this for camping, maybe it's possible. Like I said, I'm going to find out. I'm going to do my form of testing. Definitely want to carry something smaller, like a pocket knife or a smaller knife. I don't see any problem with this doing some camp tasks, slicing meat, vegetables, fruits, etc. I don't think you'll have a problem with this flat grind. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little piece, I gotta say. Just figuring out how to test it now. I don't know, maybe I will fill up a couple of bottles with water and do some slicing with it. You know, I don't know. I usually don't do that, but maybe this knife warrants it. But we'll give it a go. We'll check it out and see how, you know, how this knife performs. Who knows? You never know. There might be some people out there who want to take this out into the field, take this out camping. You know, I don't know if you would take this out hiking, but for camping reasons, maybe this might be good, you know. In any case, troops, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trying to make this one a fun one, this knife. So stay tuned. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day. No more. There are veterans and active military once they get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So when we're done here, go check out the phone numbers that you can call, the websites that you can surf. Heartfelt message from Martin Miller. He's a Vietnam veteran, one of your own, 66 to 69 U.S. Army. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, let me know what you think. Some people think it's a pretty cool knife. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. You know, would you use this as a collector piece? You know, I know that there's a lot of users out there who love Japanese style knives. Maybe this is something for you. All right, troops. Until I test this out, we'll see you soon. Take care, man. Bye.